the words on your sleeve or on your arm about the war. Was that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You made a strong statement about Adam Goods when he wore the jumper. Yeah. On Jordan Roughhead.
Oh, you're fucking welcome.
So we want that. So let's come to this situation. What I don't like is, or I'm prickly about, Johnny McEnroe wanders into town as the big new
ways. You know, they beat some really good teams throughout this process, and I know that there's questions still. They've run the ball in the playoffs in 2 games against Minnesota and Green Bay. They've hardly had to pass, so people think that Jimmy Garoppolo can't do it.
Didn't even fucking look.
New Orleans, they won 48-46, and that was a shootout against Drew Brees, who last time we checked was pretty good. So they can win in other ways. But because Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs is so good, he's gotten overshadowed. And I think the team, honestly, because I've been around him all week long, I think the team in general feels overlooked because so much of the talk. Because let's be honest, Kansas City's offense is fun. Yes. We like points. We want the ball to fly through the air. We don't want these guys running the ball and doing this kind of stuff. That's boring. So, you know, Patrick Mahomes is probably the biggest star here, and he's got a lot of talk for good purpose or good reason. But I think the 49ers feel a bit of a chip on their shoulder because they feel a little bit disrespected.
So Patrick Mahomes, when we learned about Chiefs Kingdom yesterday, the local sports radio station said he would be mayor in any county, probably be governor if you put him up for election, and if he wins on Sunday, he'd have a good run at the presidency from there. But what about Jimmy Garoppolo? Where's he sit in the sporting culture of San Francisco at the moment?
You know, there's a lot of stars, and I don't know how much your audience knows about it, but Steph Curry is a worldwide sensation as a sports hero. He plays for the Golden State Warriors, which is in San Francisco. That's the kind that we're talking about here. The Giants have fallen off, the San Francisco Giants, but guys like Barry Bonds played for the San Francisco Giants, great baseball player. From a 49er standpoint, Jimmy Garoppolo has to live up to a Joe Montana, who is you know, on the Mount Rushmore for us, or a Steve Young. These are Hall of Fame quarterbacks. The one thing about Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'm not afraid to say it, it's like a model is playing quarterback for your team, and it's sickening, to be honest. I do interviews with Jimmy weekly, and I sit as far as I possibly can around him. What I did as a youth is I would try to get as many ugly people around me because I looked better. He's a good-looking guy, and it's hard to get by that, and so everything that everybody says is, my God, this guy's good-looking. Anyway, Jimmy, let's talk about football. To be honest with you, it kind of distracts. I think people think that, you know, he's this model playing quarterback. He's
suffered a significant damage to the ligaments in his left ankle after landing awkwardly at training on Monday. They can ill afford to keep losing players in their back half right now.
Been a few of these at the moment.
Yeah.
Lots of little sort of surgeries happening.
Stephen May's another one of them. And Carlton's going to consider offering an AFL lifeline to former Richmond player Callum Moore. The forward 1 of 3 players set to do battle for the last place on the list ahead of the 2020 season. That's been reported on AFL.com.au.
It's raw athletic potential.
That's a reaction. That's a cover for Charlie Curnow, isn't it? They've obviously looked at their listing. We're going to be without the kid for a while. So is remarkable. Jeff Kennett had tongues wagging. We'll discuss that a little bit later on. And the CEO of the Meadows, Ash Baker, to join me this hour. Let me blow your mind.
Fucking even look!
The 13th of February, my name's Jack Everett, and it's a great day to be alive. Been a beautiful day in Melbourne today, and I'm at Melbourne Arena.
Just trying to get away by speeding. Fucking bitch.
It is as simple as a must-win to keep their season alive, Melbourne United. It's been a season of ups and it's been a season of downs, and they've left themselves in this situation where with 2 games to go in their season, they must win them both. They play the Taipans tonight, and they play the South East Melbourne Phoenix on Sunday in the Throwdown, which will be their final game and the final game of NBL 20. Sydney are locked in, Perth are locked in, Cairns are locked in, but it's just that 4th spot now with Melbourne, New Zealand and Brisbane all in contention to qualify for spot number 4. You'll hear that game from 7 o'clock tonight. Brendan Joyce will be alongside me, and it is going to be basically a finals-type atmosphere, and one that we are really looking forward to. I mentioned Max King off the start of the show, a young Saints prodigy. Yes, it's a practice game. Yes, it's just an intra-club out between Securitas players, but if this first performance is anything to go by, 4 goals in an intra-club game, didn't kick very straight either. Probably could have had a few more according to the reports coming out of Jeff Miller at AFL.com.au, but he was the big talking point to come out of this first game, Max King. 4 goals and dominated. Also, according to those who were there today, Ben Long looking really, really good across half-back, and that seems to be a new role for him in 2020. And Dan Hanbury got through a full game as well. So good signs for the Saints, and that is something for them to get very, very excited about, to add King into their forward line for 2020. 1300 736 736. That's the phone number here on Time On. We always start the show with your calls, or you can send me a text on the Speckle text machine. Speckle cash loan up to $2,000.
Cycle lane!
I want to start tonight by talking about a story that I saw yesterday, and I've just been following along since then. And it kind of grew extra legs when Andrew Bogut became involved on social media. His opinion tends to carry a lot of weight on Twitter.
Fucking signal.
He jumped into this one yesterday, and I want to jump into it with you tonight. It's a story around the NRL, who have made some changes to rugby league at junior level in Queensland, and they're fairly radical changes as well. One of them is that tackling is disallowed until a little bit later on, so later in the junior development program, to try and attract more families to the sport at a younger age. That's one. I don't think